Well, it's Monday after work here. I've started to get this M1031 CUCV project going, and I'll show you what I got. Yeah, as you saw, I already brought it in. I did some cleanup in the back. There was some bunch of dirt, but there was also a bunch of parts. So I cleaned out all the trash, put a bunch of parts there, and there was a bunch of parts in the cab. So I'll be putting them back here, trying to find everything I need for this, because luckily I've been finding little bits and pieces to run the PTO and the generator and stuff. So just going through the cab now. I was tracing down some of the wires that were missing on the other one, because we got some of this stuff here that activates the governor control for the engine to run the generator. So there's just a bunch of parts here. I'm just going through the parts and putting them just in the back for right now, trying to find everything I need to take this bed off and all the stuff to put on the first CUCV that I picked up from Dave Sparks. And I've got to work about getting this bed off. Notice they've got I guess we've got just a couple bolts back there, which is nice. They still have the this is apparently the original setup for the M1031, but they've messed around with it. I'll see what I've got going there, because I've got when I come over here, where is it? In here? Yeah, right there's the fuel pickup. Looks like it's about the same. So this is missing the cap, but apparently I think I can get the cap on the other one to fit it. So looks like I got most of the pieces, and I've got a few extra pieces. I got an extra PTO drive line, because this has one, this one doesn't. That's the one that came up here, but the one is still on that one. Everything to the back PTO is all on, so I don't have to do too much work there. So, and just getting some stuff. I changed the tire, because I'm going to put 285 75 R16s underneath that, because it's got 265s. Originally these were 235 85 R16s, but those are hard to come by, and I've got a bunch of these used tires that I get that I'm going to put on, and they're in pretty good shape. I mean, pretty good tread on them. I mean, I got pretty good treads, so I'll just go with all those. So trying to just track down everything, because we got some of this white wiring harness, and all this is the goal. This stuff right here, see, somebody's cut some of the ends, but at least the whole wire is there. I can replace these, but this is important, because all this wiring was missing from the other truck. So I am going to just keep cleaning up, and as soon as I get to something new, I will start videoing for that part. So here we go. Well, here's something. I happen to have some 55-gallon drums with a top that you can come off, that were full of these old military paint cans. It's a forest green, 2-component. You got component A and component B. They're like a cyanide based, and you gotta be really careful. You get sick if you try to breathe that stuff in. So, but that stuff is probably around 40, maybe even 50 years old. Actually, I'm not really sure. It's somewhere about there. I'm figuring 70s, 80s, maybe earlier. But that stuff, like, I've used some of it already not too long ago, and it still works great. So they made some gnarly paint back at that time. Again. Well, I was here working, and then Dave came out and started playing with his Bro-Dozer. That was pretty silly. Alright, back to my more mundane little tasks here. Getting all the pieces for that CUCV there. There I've pulled most of the wiring for this back maintenance bed generator, which is in here, and controls. So this wire, some of this goes all the way into the cab. I slowly pull it all back out. The section of the harness is cut in one spot, taped together so I can see where everything goes. So looking under the other truck, there's a wire connection that comes off the PTO, and I think when they pulled the transfer case and off of this thing, that they didn't want to bother taking out the connector, so they just simply cut the wire. So the connector is on the other truck. Look like but it's either the male or the female side, so I'll have to get the other connector and then re-solder in the wires. Get here, yeah, because right here, this harness right there, 4 wires are cut, and from looking at the length, it looks like it's either to the PTO, because there has to be a connection to the PTO, or to the transmission. So I'll find out about that, because I'm looking up under here. There's the belt that goes up and drives the generator, and this is the gearbox unit right here, and the drive shaft's up there. So this thing just had grease fittings, which is fairly interesting. So this cross member stays on it's on the frame. It won't come up with the body. This section right here is on the other machine. In fact, that other one, it goes all the way, but it's missing the pulley. But I've got all that there. So I've really got most of the parts. I got the wires here. I have to just be careful when I lift up the body that I carefully lift the wires up. I don't like the way they routed the wires. I will probably go through and rewrap these wires and make it nicer on the other machine. So okay, and I'm gonna get up. Well, that looks like it's gonna be it for this video. The next video will probably be of me taking off this civilian body bed. I'll have to pull that truck out and pull this and get this bed off, and then I will clean up the frame, check all the wiring, then paint the back of the cab, so that when I put the module back on, I won't have to worry about that part of the paint job. So probably everything probably will be changed out. The rear bumper will be changed, pretty much everything on the rear here. So everybody have a great evening.